Peace and blessings, everyone. Peace and blessings. This your guy, Reason CF, and this is my wife, Love Live. And this is Couples and Mental Health. So we're on episode number 6, and we appreciate all of y'all following us so far on this journey. And yeah, we're gonna today we're gonna do some questions. Love is gonna ask me some questions. I'm gonna ask her a question, and we're just gonna go off of that right there.
Okay, peace everybody. My first question for this man is, how did it feel when I was in the hospital? It's been a little over a week now since I've been home, and I know I was there for a little less than a week. So how did it feel when I was not home with you?
Ooh, okay, that's deep. Say, how does it feel when you was in the hospital? Okay, it's a lot going on right there because, all right, being in the you being in the hospital, my worry for that was one thing in itself, because just so much uncertainty there. I'm at someone else's mercy on how and when I'm gonna communicate with you, or when you're gonna come home, and if they're gonna treat you right, or you're gonna get the right care that you need. So it's a constant worry on that end. But then I got the other part where, okay, well, you're not here, or you're not home. So all right, now we got our son, just things that you do, then you see that they missing. Like, none of those things that you do, they're gonna get done by themselves. So it's like, man. So it's just a whole bunch of just missing, missing this, missing that, and and a lot of wishing, also just wishing that you was okay, and that you was striving through it and putting your best foot forward to be okay.
Okay, yeah. Great. Thank you for sharing that with me. I appreciate that so much. And what you got for me?
All right, so reverse that question. We're gonna take it back and say, how does it feel for you being in the hospital?
Well, for me, it was first and foremost the realization that I was where I needed to be, because for so long I was trying to put that off, and we've talked about me possibly going in, but then us finding different options, and to actually hear that door click behind you and know that you're locked in there, and this is the best place for you at that time. It was a hard pill to swallow, but at the same time it was like I had to grasp the fact that this is my reality. And at first I was like worrying about everything, just like you said, the things that I do at home that don't get done unless I do them. I was worried about that a lot, but I found myself just completely weak and not able to even think when I was worrying about everything that that was on the outside world, even like thinking about you or thinking about our children. It was like crippling. It was like a crippling worry that I had, the first few hours in there, because it was like, okay, our children and you can't be without me. I do too much. There's too many moving parts to what we have going on. Yeah, so I really had to find myself over the few days is to of course I cried every time I called you. Right, I cried. But I couldn't think about
I had some crying nights also.
Right, but I couldn't think about what was going on the outside world, or I couldn't think about like I had to completely take that time to be selfish for myself, and to throw myself into what they were, the tools that they were striving to give me to get my medication right. And it was like the only time I could really find the opportunity to think about what the outside world was when I had those couple of times a day that I could call you. But other than that, I would have did a disservice of me being in there if I actually had to sit and think about everything I was missing on the outside world, because that was an issue. I mean, that's part of what put me there.
It's time to focus on yourself. I think that's what
it was
the
like
whole
that
hospital,
selfish moment.
The whole hospital trip is about, that to focus on yourself and let go of these things that are overwhelming.
Right, and it was like, but I had to take that. And I'm not that much of a selfish person, so it was
I
like to be able to be that selfish and say, okay, this is where I need to be, and I'm gonna absorb this, and I'm gonna take it in, and just figuring that out, I think overall was the fact that I had to let the outside world go in order for me to get the help that I need.
Right.
And like I said, I have been home now over a week, and I feel better than I felt in a very long time.
Yeah.
And my mind is a lot clearer than it has been in a really long time, which is, is a blessing. But we did take the opportunity to seize that moment. It wasn't an ideal moment
You
for it
did,
to happen.
but you did.
But yeah, it wasn't the ideal time for it to happen,
Yeah,
but it
so-
happened when it was supposed to, and I'm
did.
thankful. And we've accomplished a lot since I've been home.
Yeah. So, we're going to start it out like that. And that's just a couple of questions that we're asking each other. Anyone in the chat, if you have any type of questions about, the hospital experience, or just when is a good time, or any type of questions, what's going on, what you think, shoot us some questions. Please like and subscribe. If you get our subscribers up, can't even say it. We get our subscribers up, then we just gonna go all the way in and make our life an open book. Do more videos like this, you know what I'm saying? Just expose what we're going through, from my end, what my wife's going through from her end, and and even if it's beneficial, maybe even what our children are going through from their end, and how we help each other through it. So.
Peace. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all of you guys. See you next time.
Peace. Love and blessings. Travel safe, everybody.